Hi guys, welcome to Let's Talk ZA. Today we are reviewing the all-new Mazda2 2023.
Yes, so we have the Mazda2. This is the Hazumi, the top of the range. It's a 1.5 liter in the nice soul red crystal. I really like this color. So as you can see, we've got the new grille here.
The nice LED lights.
No, it's not LED, but new headlights. We've got the they've replaced the fog lamps here because of the bright headlights. So we've got an all new front. We've got the because this is the Hazumi, we've got the 16-inch alloy wheels. We've got the power fold mirrors, which has the blind spot monitoring on it.
The nice door handles and okay, so you press this and watch by the mirrors.
Okay, so once you press that, like Isa said, so it's keyless entry and the mirrors will fold out.
Let's look
Okay.
at
So let's look at the back before we get into the boot. We've got nice new rear lights, so in keeping with the new designed Mazdas, the CX-3, the CX-5, and also the Mazda-3. We've got the new rear lights
logo. We've got
and the Sky Active G, which indicates the engine that we're using. So it's a 1.5 liter Sky Active G. It's naturally aspirated, and because it's the Hazumi, we've also got the chrome extension on the exhaust pipe, as well as the chrome around here. We've got PDC as well as the reverse camera at the back.
Here's the Mazda2 here.
Yes, and let's open the boot while we're here.
So the boot, to open the boot is not to electric to like press a button and then it opens on its own.
Okay, well, it's a hatch, so we don't expect it to be a power lift tailgate, but we've got a light here, so that helps. And then underneath we've also got the spare wheel. Okay, so that is a 15-inch steel wheel, spare wheel. But for the size of the car, the luggage space is quite nice. It's deep, so that also helps. Then if we come back out here again, we see that the Hazumi also has a shark fin antenna. Okay.
Let's look, while we're out, let's look at the engine.
Okay.
Let's see what's under the hood.
Okay, so under the hood, as I said, is a 1.5 liter Sky Active engine. It's producing about 85 kilowatts and 148 Newton meters of torque. So this is the Sky Active 1.5 liter that you find in the Mazda2. The full Mazda2 range has this engine. Okay, so let's step inside. Let's go to the back first.
Let's go to the back. We've got the nice door. We've got the door handles, the window buttons.
Okay, so we've got electric windows all around. We've got speakers in the door. No space for cup holder, but in the We do have space in the center console. The seats are quite nice. It's got a mixture of the leather and cloth. So this is obviously like I said, the top of the range. So the Hazumi comes with that. We've also got the if you look here by Isa's got a book there. So that is handy to have, especially on longer trips. It is quite tight. I won't lie, my seat is quite far back though, but enough for me to drive, but it is very tight. That's the only thing. And in the Mazda2, the previous generation as well, that was one of the things that I wasn't too comfortable with, and I see they haven't made much of a progress. But I suppose if you're moving, you might be getting a little bit slightly bigger hatch, and you're moving more into the CX3 CX30 range of size.
So
Yes.
then we've got a cup holder, and we can pull this out.
Okay, so we can get more storage from that, so that's useful. Okay, so there's no storage here as well, no center armrest, but like I said, it's a hatch. It's the Mazda's entry level car, so it has the features that you would need in a premium car, but also not, because it's a hatch, it doesn't come with everything that you would want. So yes.
So like you can even lock from here.
Okay, so the locking system, you can lock each door. It could be a good, it could be a bad thing, but you can also centrally lock from the driver's side. So let's go into the front.
So we've got the door handles. We've got the electronic windows. We've got some
The
other
power fold mirrors,
powerful
and then let me come inside, Isa. We've got the Mazda2 mats here, as you can see, and then we've got the nice little air vents, the rounded air vents.
We've got the hazards. We've got the nice.
Then we've got the 7-inch screen here with the MZ system. I was quite hoping to have the Bose sound system, but we do have, I think there's about 6 speakers. There's 2 tweeters and mids on all the doors. So this is a 6-speed automatic transmission. The active, which is the entry level, is the 6-speed manual. So you get manual as well as automatic transmission.
So we've got cup holders here in the front. We've got your volume push button, navigation, home, your media, and this is to press the buttons for the other
Okay,
stuff.
so this is the control for your touch screen, for your infotainment. It's quite nice because it's easy. You don't have to reach over. So in going with the Jinbai Thai philosophy that Mazda has, that like you must be one with the car, so they have created a space in all the Mazda ranges, as you would have seen in our previous videos, that they have a similar design, so that it makes it easier for you to jump from one Mazda to the next. Also, you would have seen the design outside. Like I said, similar headlights, similar rear lights. It's the Kodo design, the Japanese design. And yeah, so we've also got the glove compartment here. We've got nice leather finishing there, and we've got the vanity mirrors, the lights here, and the vanity mirrors there. Okay, so we've got a multi-function steering wheel, we've got cruise control, we've got paddle shift here because it's the Hazumi as well, and we've got the sport mode that it can go into. So the this 1.5 liter engine, once you put it into sport, it just gives you a bit more revs, but there's still pretty much the same power, the 85 kilowatts. You still feel the same output. It's just that you get like a little bit longer revs in the sport. Yes, Isa.
Okay, let's switch this. There's the stop.
Before we go there, let's just talk about the climate control. So this is nice, easy dials to use. You know, once it starts getting too fancy, then sometimes it gets complicated to even switch on and off the climate control. So this is quite nice. I like the dials. We've also got the USB. Let's just zoom in there. We've got the USB port. So there's two. One, you can connect your phone, so that's Apple CarPlay and Android Auto can be used there. We've also got a 12-volt port. We've got a auxiliary port there,
And let's see
and
what
then
this
inside here we've got a SD card. So the SD card, like you would have seen in some of the other Mazda videos, is basically for your navigation. So if you've got one of these, you will be able to use the navigation. So
like the previous video, like the CX3 had a SD card.
yeah, so the SD card is needed to be purchased at an additional cost from Mazda to link your car to the navigation. So they are, like, what would I say, navigation ready. You would just need to get that. Also, something new is the wireless charger in the Mazda2. It wasn't seen before. That is also a nice addition.
So when you switch on the car, then you have like there's some there's passenger.
So basically there's the warning lights or notifications for your seat belts. Okay, so let's switch it on. So it's start, stop.
Engine.
Yeah, so you can just press that,
And you see.
and then see the heads-up display coming up. So we did see the heads-up display in the previous Mazda 2, so they're keeping it in this one as well. It's a nice feature to have. What I like about this heads-up display is also, besides the fact that it's got the your speed, it also shows the speed limit, as well as if there are cars approaching. So the blind assist, so it's got a notification as well that comes up. We've got the blind assist monitoring on the mirrors, the powerful mirrors, but you've also got it on your heads-up display, so that's something nice to have. Then, as you can see, we've got a so once it was switched off, you could see that only the middle is still analog and the two sides are now digital. So on the left hand side we've got the your mileage, your odometer, and on the right hand side we've got the fuel gauge, as well as your current fuel usage, and the temperature, the outside temperature. let's look at, so Isa, yes.
Here's the rear.
Okay, so at the moment there's nobody that has seat belts on. So it gives you that indication. Okay, so that notification is now gone off. So Isa, take us through the infotainment screen. This is a 7-inch screen, as I said, is connected to the MZD system. Yes, Isa.
We've got communication. Let's see what it is. Has
Okay, so that's just you can link your phone to it. Obviously, like I said, you can either link it through Bluetooth or Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, and everything, like we said, is you can use it here. You can touch the screen as well, but I mean, if you don't want to get the screen dirty, and if you're driving, then it's easier to do that. So there, like I said, there's the navigation. If we take out the SD card, then it says SD card removed. Okay, and you've got like a little bit of a compass, so it gives you the latitude, longitude, and elevation. And once you put the SD card in, it says loading navigation. Okay, so
let's go. So we've got, what is this?
So let's go home.
Okay. Let's go home.
And let's see what else we've got.
We've got navigation. We've got
entertainment. Okay, so that's just basically your media.
Let's go to.
We've got applications. So we can check the fuel economy monitor. So if we check the fuel economy monitor, we can see it says we are averaging about 6.6 liters. So that's quite decent for the 1.5 liter engine. Okay, and if we go back, we could also got a vehicle status monitor. So it's warning, guidance, and maintenance. Okay, and then what else do we have, Isa?
We've got settings.
Okay, so let's check what's in settings. Okay, so the settings is basically your display, your safety, and your sound. So quite a few things to play around with in the Mazda2.
And the sport.
Yes, and we got this sport as well. So once you flick that sport for us, Isa, then you'll see it come up there, so you know that you are in sport mode. Okay, so so let's talk about the car. So the Mazda2, like I said, we start with the active. You're looking at around 303,000. I think it's 302,300. As I said, 1.5 liter throughout. They're all front wheel drives. They're all using the Sky Active G, all 1.5 liters, same engine throughout. It's just obviously certain specs from the Active, Dynamic, Individual, and Hazumi that change. The Hazumi, which we are sitting in at the moment, is the top of the range, and you're looking at over 400,000 for this particular model. Full pricing is on our website, iloveza.com. Personally, I like the drive of the car, but then again, all the Mazdas, I quite enjoy the drive, especially the comforts and knowing that it's easy to navigate everything. It's user friendly. I like the dials on the climate control. Also the dial to use the touch screen, the heads up display, like I said, quite a nice feature. The few things that I would like, so obviously thinking that it's the Hazumi, I would appreciate the Bose sound system, because we have seen it in the Mazda 3, we saw it in the CX-5, I think it was in the CX-30 as well, if I'm not mistaken. It's just an add extra, maybe a little sunroof as well. You know, it's always nice to have, but those are comforts that would obviously push the price up, and also that are not really essential. What is essential though, I think, is a little bit more legroom in the back. So we're struggling with the legroom in the back. If you're a taller person, if you're a smaller person or you have small kids, it's fine. I suppose you would be using it more to that effect. But if you know, like going out with friends and there's like 4 of you in the car and 2 people are sitting in the back, or you're going for a longer trip, it gets a little bit what's the word, a little bit tight, a little bit uncomfortable because of the legroom. Because either the driver needs to move the seat forwards, it makes him uncomfortable, her uncomfortable, or you're going to be sitting with your legs squashed in the back. So that is one of the things that I think could change. I did say it in the last review as well of our Mazda 2. But other than that, the new features, the wireless, the new headlamps, removing the fog lamps because they've got the brighter headlights, also was nice. The new grille, the new rear lights, I like that. All this color in particular, one of Mazda's favorite colors, one of my favorite colors from Mazda, I should say, the Soul Red Crystal. Also, I like that they have now done away with the bee sting aerial and moved to the shark fin antenna. Yeah, so lots to love about the Mazda 2. It's just, if you're looking for a little bit more legroom in the back, then not the best. Price wise, competitively, it is there. If you look at the category of the hatch, also similar type engine, 1.5 liter, or now you get your 1.1 liter or your 1.1 liter turbos. So competing with that, but I mean, naturally aspirated, always good. I enjoy it as opposed to the turbo, because sometimes you have problems with the turbo. So I respect Mazda for keeping with the naturally aspirated 1.5 engine. I would like the 2 liter engine though in it, especially in the Hazumi, top of the range. Maybe something to look at, you know, like a little special edition or something, Mazda 2. But 1.5 liter, perfect, 85 kilowatts. Once you put your foot down, you're moving quite fast, and it also gains speed quite fast if you need to overtake or anything. 6-speed manual, it's perfect. Gear changes are perfect. Yeah, 16-inch wheels, because it is a smaller car. I know some of the other cars still use 15, some of them moved to 17 now, but I think 16 is still perfect for the size of the car. The nice little chrome extension on the exhaust is quite nice. It gives it a little bit more of a sportier look and feel. Yeah, so look out for our full review on our website, iloveza.com, for more of the videos and pictures that we have taken with the Mazda 2. Check out our Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. That's at Let's Talk, TORQUE, so that's motoring only. But if you are looking for us for everything else that we do, we at iloveza.com. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube and TikTok. We hashtag ILoveZA, the heart and South African flag, hashtag after Fajr grind. I'm Ziyaad, this is Isa, and we love
ZA.
Oh, so one last thing that we didn't show was how does it look with the lights on. So it is during the day, but let's just hop out. So this is the rear lights, okay, and then this is the headlights, and then we just take a quick look around at what the car looks like in full view. And once again, I'm Ziyaad, and that's Isa, and we love ZA.
Push play.